Hello and welcome to the Magic Life podcast. And today I'm with Daniii from Windsor Mews. You wasn't always at Windsor Mews. Have you always been there?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
I started off with Windsor Mews 3 and now I'm at Windsor.
Okay. So really, you're now moving on and you're moving on to a more independent living accommodation. Am I right in saying that? And Raf reached out to me and said, look, Danii's got an amazing story from where she was to where she is now. It's been a massive progression. And I just really wanted to find out a little bit about your story and maybe sort of some of the tribulations, the downfalls, and now the rising up to independence.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where did you grow up?
Around the Portsmouth area.
Yeah.
But due to mental health, been pretty much all over the country in different either supported livings or psychiatric hospitals.
That's where you've been?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since I was about 11.
So did it start at 11 for you?
Yeah.
So how did it sort of start? What happened?
There was a lot of bullying at school, people saying I'm different. My mum and dad split up as well. That was quite hard to go through. Just family issues in general.
So do you think, was there anything that you think contributed to your decline of mental health at the time?
I think it's just a mixture of everything. There was a lot of like people in my year that would use like the self-harming behaviours as a kind of trend. And a lot of them stuck with the trend, but it actually made my mental health a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
And from a young age, we always knew I was different, but never really got any sort of answers as to why.
Mm.
Went through CAMS for some assessments and stuff, and they didn't give us any answers until this year, 2025.
What answers were you looking for?
I got diagnosed with autism and ADHD.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the answers that we were looking for, due to having like social issues with people, being very kind of like distancing myself from people, trying to be on my own, doing my own thing, having special interests. And for an 11/12-year-old to have a special interest of medical knowledge, it was very different to everybody else.
Mm.
So the answers actually kind of, it's helped me to understand myself.
So when you got your diagnosis, did it make you sort of feel, at least I can put a label to it now?
Yeah.
Where before you didn't know what it was, you was confused about why you were feeling the way you feel.
Yeah.
And having the diagnosis helped you?
Yeah, definitely. Because originally I got diagnosed with EUPD, which a lot of people do. But when I saw the consultant, she actually took it off and said that it was generally just autistic meltdown.
Mm-hmm.
So knowing that was why has really helped my mental health and helped me just understand even other people as well. It's helped me understand like other autistic people, why they are like distancing themselves, having difficulty with social cues, special interests, things like that. But it has actually run in the family as well.
Oh, really?
So it's helped me understand them as well. So yeah, it was just, it's really helped basically.
Right. So it sort of started around about the age of 11, right?
Yeah.
You felt you were a little bit different at school.
Mm-hmm.
So how did it get progressively worse?
Yeah, definitely.
So tell me about that.
So I started going into hospital quite young.
Why would you go to hospital?
Mainly just self-injurious behaviours.
Self-injurious,
is that the word?
So
self-harming behaviours, basically.
So what would you do?
Some of them would be cutting, overdoses, headbanging, swallowing foreign objects, inserting foreign objects under my skin. I don't want to say the main one.
No, it's okay. You don't have to.
I mean, I can.
No, you don't. It's all right. You say what you want to say.
But I've been in total in 6 comas in my life. I say in my life since I was 18.
Yeah.
They've been very difficult to process. But a lot of it just generally got worse. Then about 2.5 years ago, I had my worst episode, which again was a coma. I remember bits and bobs throughout the coma, which is kind of normal for some people. But after that, yes, I was still self-harming, but it wasn't as bad because I was receiving more help.
And what sort of help did you get? Was it like medication or therapy? How did
I had my medication reviewed, which has slowly been increased and now at a steady level. I did a 12-week therapy course. I can't really remember. And it was just the support of Windsor Mews, really. Other than that.
So have you, before you came to Magic Life, were you at other homes?
So I was I suppose you could call it a supported living. It was my own flat with staff that came and visited 3 times a week. But that was literally straight after I got discharged from a specialist PD unit when I was on 2-1 to then nothing. So we think that's kind of what's, triggered a really bad episode.
So you came out of, let's say a hospital, you went into your own flat and you had some support.
Yeah.
And you had really, you were left to your own devices, as I would say.
Yeah.
Right? But you were quite at risk because you'd had multiple episodes of self-harming and putting yourself in really bad situations.
Yeah.
And then you went into this. How did you cope?
At first, I didn't cope very well. I'm not going to lie. I was having a lot of admissions to hospital still, including I think I had 3 admissions to psychiatric units in the first year. My brain's gone.
That's all right. So what are those units like?
In my words, horrible. They are very traumatic. And a lot of people will agree with me on that. Obviously, you see things that some people would never even think of. You get people fighting naked around the rooms. Do you know what I mean? It's traumatic to see. And a lot of the time, they don't actually help people with self-harming behaviours. And they quite often get diagnoses wrong, like they did with me. They said, oh, no, it's EUPD. You're not actually meant to be diagnosed with EUPD until you're over 25 because your so-called personality isn't actually fully developed. So psychiatric wards are just not, in my world, they're not right for self-harmers. It's other forms of therapy and other support that you can give them that would be more helpful.
So you came out from hospital, you went into your own flat, you started getting a little bit of support, but you still had bouts of going back into hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then how did you get to come to Magic Life? Did you come to Magic Life direct from hospital?
No.
No? What happened?
Well, essentially, yes, but the assessment was done when I was in my own flat. And then I had my major incident not long after that, but my social worker was still working on funding. And I think it was about a couple of days after I came out of my coma, I got a message from my social worker saying, you've been accepted into Magic Life, which you're going to get more support. Because she'd overseen me go in and out of hospital constantly. it just wasn't the right place at the right time. So when I came out of the coma 2-3 days after, I get the message saying, yep, you can go to Magic Life. So as soon as I was physically well enough, they moved me up to Magic Life.
Okay.
Which is about 3.5-hour drive from my area.
And how long were you with Magic Life for?
Around 2.5 years.
Okay. So when you first moved in, did you continue to self-harm?
Yep.
Tell me
It was
about that.
almost on a daily basis. I would do something.
But they weren't so severe, or were they quite severe?
I've had a lot of operations since being here. A lot of them were to take foreign objects either out of my stomach, or out of my arm.
So you were saying that you had some instances where you're self-harming when you first got to Magic Life.
Yep.
But they weren't so severe as maybe when you were by yourself.
No. Nowhere near as severe.
You were just explaining to me sort of off mic basically that you'd put objects under your skin and there'd be various different types of objects.
Yeah.
Yeah? What sort of goes through your mind when you do that?
It's hard to actually explain it all because there could be several different reasons for me doing it. A lot of it would be to get out of the house and just stay out. Because when I moved in, I wasn't on 24-hour one-to-one. I originally had, I think it was 8 hours. But I didn't kind of feel that was enough. So but my brain was thinking like, oh, if I self-harm, they're going to increase my one-to-one hours, which means I can actually stay safe. That was one of the main ones that went through my head. For example, if I was to swallow something, depending on what it was, because a lot of them were lithium batteries, which are very dangerous. I wouldn't advise it. But
I've seen that before, by the way.
Yeah.
I've never understood why, but it's just because they're toxic.
It burns. Right. So I ended up with 4th-degree burns in my throat from doing it, which was an attempt on my life. Because if that burned the whole way through, it would burn it into my windpipe as well. And then obviously that's it. So that's obviously a different thinking in my head to putting something in my arm. Some of it's just like I'm punishing myself. So say if I've had like a really good day, I've got up, done my hair, done my makeup, etc. By the end of the day, I'd be so burnt out that I would feel the need to punish myself for having a good day.
Right. Okay.
And it's the same with like the visits from my family. If they came up and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I have a really nice day with them. By the time they go home, I'm sat there thinking, right, okay, I'm this far away from them. They're not going to know if I do anything. So it's kind of like a secretive measure as well from family. But we kind of came up with a routine for my family to come up every first Sunday of the month. And that would keep me safe. Knowing that, okay, I'm going to see them then. And that would kind of bring me back to, I don't need to self-harm. But other things in my head would be kind of, I don't like the staff that's working today. If I go to hospital, I get away from them. That, yeah. I think
that's a mix of stuff,
yeah.
Right? I mean, sort of sounds like you get sort of a bit overloaded and then you try and escape and your brain sort of goes into like haywire. I mean, look, I can't really say because I've never experienced that. I'm only sort of adding it all up, you know, and, you know, I'm not trying to understand it. I just, you know, I ask maybe sometimes difficult questions so you can explain it. And sometimes people just don't know how to explain it. I did these things. I don't know why I did these things.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that. You do something you don't know why you suffer. Like when you go into the hospital and they're like, oh, why did you do it? I don't actually know.
And then maybe you feel silly as well for saying that. You haven't got a reason for why you're doing it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So Did you learn any sort of coping skills to start reducing your self-harming? What was the catalyst that started sort of you stopping doing the things that are obviously painful to yourself and harmful to yourself?
Yeah, so there's like a few things that I kind of have to say that stopped the self-harming. So the first one would be when I had my therapy sessions, we were doing DBT skills. So
what is DBT? What is that?
DBT is dialectical behavioral therapy. And they use it a lot for people that self-harm. But I didn't want to do the whole course. It's a year-long course where you have group sessions and individual sessions. But you have to be mentally stable to do it, which I think defeats the whole object. I'm not going to. But instead of doing that, because I didn't think I'd be able to do it, and neither did my therapist. So we just did the skills such as TIP, which is temperature, then intense exercise. One of them's paced breathing, and I've forgotten the other piece. So I haven't used it in a while.
But the acronym is called TIP, is it?
Yeah. You've got the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So your senses.
Right.
So you can do it any way you want using your senses, but like 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, stuff like that. That helps ground you quite a lot. So then you're aware of your surroundings and it's not so intense in your brain to go, okay, I need to self-harm. You can literally just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm back in the room. I don't need to do that. So for a lot of people, they say, oh, it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, do it again. Choose different objects. And that's what my therapist kept on saying to me was, do it over and over and over again. By the time you finish doing it, you forgot why you even wanted to self-harm. Another thing that helped me was getting my kitten.
A cat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I don't really want to leave her with no food, no water, everything like that. That'd be pretty harsh. But that kind of gave me that sense of responsibility to be able to go, okay, so if I self-harm, I'm going to end up in hospital. There's a risk I could be sectioned, which means leaving my cat for even longer. So I wanted to keep that responsibility and actually use that in my favor to stop me self-harming.
Yeah. Cool.
And just the kind of, I was just fed up of going to hospital all the time.
Yeah.
You get known as the revolving door patient. A lot of people will say that. But being a revolving door patient doesn't necessarily mean you can't stop. You can use that as that I was, but I'm not anymore. And that's kind of what helped me as well. Thinking that I don't want to be known as a revolving door patient. When I move, I'm going to be to a brand new hospital. I don't want to be known as a regular patient or a revolving door patient or anything like that. So that's kind of what's helped me as well.
Yeah. Cool.
I can't really think of much else.
That's all right. How did Magic Life help you?
So they increased my one-to-one hours from 8 or 10, I can't remember, to 24 hours a day. So at first I wasn't allowed to go out on my own.
Right.
So it kind of felt like I was in hospital, but I still had that freedom. Using that one-to-one in a positive way helped me more. And I did actually explain to them that if I was getting negative attention by the staff, I'm more likely to self-harm. If they give me positive attention, then I would be less likely to self-harm. So having that 24-hour one-to-one really did help. Giving them my zone cards.
What's the zone card?
I would have red, amber, green, blue.
Right.
So each of the cards would represent how I was feeling. So obviously red would be really bad.
Yeah.
Like I need to self-harm kind of bad. Then you've got yellow or amber, whichever one you want to call it, as I'm struggling, but I don't need to self-harm yet. Can I have some help? Green, good, we're all good, don't have any urges, blah, blah. And then blue, a lot of people don't use blue, but mine's I'm lethargic, I'm tired, I kind of just want to be in my own space at the moment. And yeah, so those 4 zone cards did actually help staff to understand me. So it was more the staff getting to know me a bit more and helping me with that 24-hour one-to-one. There was a few other things that, like, obviously having someone that I can just go, look, please, I need to go out. I need to go for a walk, but I don't want to go on my own. I had that person there to help me.
Yeah.
And it's just over time, I gradually got like certain hours off one-to-one, but not physically. So they would be in the house, but I could go out for, say, an hour on my own. So the decrease was actually really good for me, and not just a sudden haha bye. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely the 24-hour did help. And the staff are very good at encouraging you to, if you need to make a doctor's appointment, to help you, phone calls, stuff like that I really struggled with at first. I can now do on my own thanks to the staff helping me. So it was, yeah, definitely.
That's good. Did you form any bonds with staff? Any particular staff that you felt more comfortable with, or were you happy talking to any staff?
So still to this day, I don't trust agency staff.
Okay.
It's purely the fact that when I first moved in, there was a lot of agency staff that didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
Couldn't do medication, stuff like that. Getting my medication wrong when I was still in the office. So it kind of built up that I'm not going to trust anyone from that agency.
Yeah.
And over the past 2.5 years, there's been a lot of staff changes.
Yeah.
I think management have been definitely I can trust them.
You mean Cheryl?
Yes.
And anyone else?
I mean, Amanda, Hannah are both really good. Shamar was really good before she went on maternity leave.
Yeah.
Michael, I'm getting to know him, but because it's a man, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
Due to previous.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much all of management there have been really good. Obviously, the support from head office have also been really good. And it's kind of not many more of the staff that I would trust with a lot of things. But I knew that management, they started off making plans. As soon as I moved in, they were making support plans for me. There's been a few staff that have stayed from when I first moved in. It's like 2, maybe 3 of them. So I really trust them with everything. Some of the new staff are really good. But yeah, so my past experience is literally just agency staff that I didn't really trust.
Yeah, fair enough. You don't know, do you?
No, and it's just building a rapport with people.
Yeah.
And say if like there's a new member of staff that's just started as a permanent member of staff, I would kind of ask them to go through my support plans, go through when I wasn't in control of my meds. I'd say, look, can you go through my meds with another member of staff, just so you know what you're doing, and sort of that's how I would build the rapport with them.
Sounds like you wanted to. You took control of your own health, your own security, if you like. You wanted to make sure you was on the right meds.
Yeah.
That you wanted them to understand you, so you encouraged them to read your support.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So then you started decreasing totally. I mean, you were harm-free for how long? Or how long have you been? That's past tense. How long have you been harm-free?
529 days currently.
Good.
So, yeah, that's enough. From doing it every day. Yeah.
You feel proud of yourself?
Yes.
You was a bit hesitant. Why were you hesitant?
It just doesn't feel real, to be honest with you.
Why not?
So when I moved into Magic Life, obviously Well, I'll rephrase that. Since I've been self-harming since I was 11, I could never get over a month. Never. And when I hit the month goal, I was like, oh, awesome. And then I felt like I needed to relapse again. But then when I didn't, I surprised myself. And looking back on that, it doesn't feel like it's been that long since I was self-harming.
Mm-hmm.
So from my head, it's just like, oh no, that's just the number.
What's the number again?
529.
So nearly 2 years, you could say.
Yeah. If I put it into months, let me just work it out. What is it? That's 1 year, 5 months, and 11 days.
Good, huh?
Yeah.
And you did that yourself?
Yeah.
You must be very proud. I'm trying to get you to say the words, I am proud of myself.
I am proud of myself.
It's excellent because you've done this. You've taken control.
Yeah.
And I think that's amazing. However you got there with whatever help you've done it.
Yeah.
And now I can see that you're keeping that as a diary, a calendar.
Yeah.
Every day.
It's called, the app is actually called Sober.
Right.
So you can put, if you don't subscribe,
Mm-hmm.
you can get 2 subjects that you want to count, like how many days free you are.
Yeah.
So one of mine is self-harm and the other one is mental health inpatient free,
Mm-hmm.
which has been 1 year, 6 months and 16 days. I really advise people to use this app to track how long you've been.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you do relapse, you can reset it. But it helps just looking at those numbers and going, right, okay, I can get to another month or I can get to another week. And then for me now, it's okay, if I do another 6 months, I'll reach my 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really good for me to kind of track it.
Mm-hmm.
And I do advise people to track how long they've been.
Should you tell anyone else about your app?
There's a lot of...
So what I'm trying to get to, sorry, I maybe didn't explain it right. Sorry to cut you off there,
That's
Daniii,
all
right? Did you tell staff that you were tracking your days that since you self-harmed?
I didn't at first, but now it's a daily occurrence.
So they're all support. They're behind you. Say, look how well you've done.
Yeah.
Keep it going. So that has led you up to now your massive decrease in self-harming. You're totally self-harm free.
Yeah.
You're more confident.
Definitely.
Your social workers have seen the change in you.
Yeah.
And said you're now ready for your next part of your life.
Yep.
Of more independence and self-control.
Yeah.
So you're leaving Magic Life. You're going back to
Farnborough.
You're going to another unit, but it's more independent.
Yeah.
And so, what's your goal? Where do you see yourself going from?
So my main goal is to get my own place again.
Mm-hmm.
So like completely my own.
Mm-hmm.
Currently studying with Open University. So my aim is to get through that as well.
Mm-hmm. What are you studying?
Psychology.
Okay.
So I have quite a lot of goals, but the main one is to get through the system. So my supported living on the one I'm moving to.
Mm-hmm.
Get through that, and then hopefully from there be in my own independent place without staff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty much my main goal, is to be in a place where I don't have to have staff there anymore.
Yeah. I don't think that's going to be too far away.
No. My social worker doesn't think it would be that far.
Yeah.
Just by how well I'm doing at the moment.
Yeah.
If it continues, it shouldn't be.
Yeah. And what about work? Have you got any aspirations to work?
So at the moment, no.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I don't choose to.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm studying at the moment, that takes up a lot of my days.
Mm-hmm.
So I do about 4 hours a day of studying.
Mm-hmm.
Once I've done that, I'm on my second year now. So once I've done my third year and completed it, got the qualifications, then I'm looking into going through probably NHS first as an assistant psychologist,
Mm-hmm.
and then hopefully doing my doctorate and and everything else I need to do before then.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously being a psychologist
Mm-hmm.
and helping other people who have gone through what I've been through.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So if I could give you a magic wand and fast forward, let's say 7-8 years, what would be, and you had no limitations, your ideal setup would be you have your own place, you're in a great job, you're doing psychology, helping other people get through what you went through.
Yes.
Excellent. Got a goal, got a plan in place.
Yeah. One of the things I would say is if you don't agree with your current diagnosis and you have an idea on what it could be, I would push to get it. Because I pushed and pushed for years. And I actually had to go private to get my autism diagnosis. But I pushed for it. I got the answers. And that helped me massively. So I would say that if you do think that you've got the wrong diagnosis, I would push for reasons why they think you're diagnosed with that. And if you have an idea on what it is, explain to them why, and then push for it. Another one would be if you basically just have to believe in yourself. If you don't trust yourself, you'll get nowhere. So I think trust is a good one as well. And obviously, if you've got support, I would urge people to accept that support because a lot of people don't get that. So if you are getting that support, that would be amazing. But you need to urge for them to get a good rapport with them and explain things to them. Don't hide things. So that would be another.
What would you say to yourself, Daniii, where you're sitting right now, to the Daniii of, let's say, 12, 13 years old? What would you say to her? Knowing what you know now.
That's a hard question. Things do get better. And I know everyone says, oh, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Go for it. Run towards that light. Not in a death way. Don't look at the light if you're dying. But if you're at the beginning of your journey, just push it and push it and push it, and you will get somewhere. If you get offered therapy, take it. What's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is it doesn't help and you're back at square one.
Yeah.
But the best thing that could happen, you accept that, you do the therapy, and you are self-harm free. Even when I used to be an alcoholic, when I was 18, 19, I didn't accept the help. But when I did, it was worth it.
Yeah.
So, again, push for that therapy or any type of support you need. Just push for it.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Bit of a journey. Would you have changed the journey that you've been on?
No. It's taught me a lot in life. The only thing I regret is not being able to work properly from a young age.
But that can change, right?
Yeah. I mean, when I was in college, I can't remember which year it was, I did a job with children with disabilities, mainly learning difficulties, but we did have wheelchair users as well. It was literally just a respite, like play day thing during the Easter and summer holidays. But it was so rewarding to see those children progress. And that progression now and my progression have both built up. And it's, yeah.
Good, Daniii. So you got a platform. You want to say thank you to anyone in particular?
Everyone I think just everyone working at Windsor Mews is a massive thank you to them. And Cheryl, even though she doesn't work as close to us as the support workers do, she does a lot behind the scenes. And I don't think she knows how well she's done with everyone. And even with me, she stuck with it and she pushed for me to progress. Even though she wasn't my one-to-one or anything like that, she's done a lot, and I don't think she knows how well she's
done. Daniii, thank you very much.
Thank you.